Well, hello everyone. 2018 just about gone. Getting ready for a new year. 2019 be rolling in here very soon. And I started my YouTube channel on May 23rd of 2014. And we have gone 4 years into this. And right this moment we're at 9,974 subscribers. That's about 26 from hitting the 10,000 mark. And I'll be honest, I've been very satisfied with the participation and the growth of the channel. Yeah, it could have been better, but it is what it is, and I'm very satisfied that the channel has done as good as it has done. My biggest goal in doing YouTube videos was to help and show others that you can repair your own radio. And we want to get into more building circuits and this and that. But a couple of years ago I started taking in a lot of repairs, and every time I come in the shop, that's what I'm faced with, is doing repairs. And it's nice to get that money to come in to help to buy other things to be able to do this. Now I will go ahead and tell you that I probably have enough stuff in the shop already to make videos on for 2 years. And now I have a whole lot more stuff in the shop, and I've took on some real doozies that are just taking up a lot of time. So when I come in the shop, it's on the bench, it's work. A lot of times I just don't have time to grab the camera to sit down. I mean, you take an hour repair and you're gonna sit down and video that repair. That can go up to 3-4 hours easy. And then the time to edit and make everything into a video takes another couple of hours. And next thing you know, you got a whole day just set up and doing one video on a repair that will take an hour. So it's been good. It's been a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of support from you guys, the viewers. And now I have Patreon is going pretty good. It's really coming along, and I am going to start doing some things for the patrons and start uploading some videos there real soon. I have some projects that I'm going to be working on. I'll be talking with you about that in a few minutes. But with Patreon building up like it is, I'm starting to get some revenue out of that. And 2019, I am going to reduce the amount of repair work I take in and get back to what my channel was originally about, is showing folks how to repair stuff in a sensible way, without using all the high-tech mumbo jumbo to confuse and throw everybody off. I'm old school. I was taught old school. I've actually taught myself. And yes, we make mistakes along the way, but if you don't make mistakes, you can't learn. That is the rewarding part of any kind of electronic repair. So make a mistake, learn from it, move on. But anyway, like I say, 2019, we're going to try to get back to repairing stuff, teaching different aspects of repairing, build some circuits, some designs, and I'm going to real limited on what I take in from now on. That way, I got a full-time job. It pays the bills. It's very demanding, 50 hours plus, sometimes 60 hours plus a week. and that only gives me just a little time here on the weekends to get out in the shop and do stuff. And like I say, most of the time I'm faced with lots of repairs. So yes, we're going to limit that, and we're going to get back down to the meat and potatoes and start, focusing more on doing what we want to do here in the shop, and providing the viewers with videos that you can learn by and help you along the way. I've said many times that what we do here in the shop is a dying art, and it truly is. It's kind of sad, but the biggest thing about amateur radio to me is not just talking on the radio, but getting here on the bench and fixing stuff and designing stuff. Now, we've done several little projects here and there on the channel, not a whole lot. I think one of the biggest projects that we done was the Icom 745, getting the memory board so that you could reprogram that. We took that, we went to EEV blog. We got about a 7-page thread going on just on that. So we went from an idea to a thought process, and we started putting things together. So we went from that to a prototype board that we was able to use to get this RAM module reprogrammed. And the thought was that to keep things original, and that's what we did. But we went from this prototype board to an actual production made circuit board with everything we need to reprogram those volatile RAM modules. So that was a fun project. It wasn't repairing something. It was going in, getting together with a group of people and thinking it through, designing it, and then going to something that could be a production made unit. I don't know how many of you watch Ham Nation on the Twit network. I watch it just about every week. I enjoy watching the shows. But we have Bob Howell, K9 EID, excuse me, and which is the big man at Howell Sound with a lot of microphones, and George Thomas, Don Will Banks, Gordon West, which Gordon, or Gordo as we call him, is one of the big reasons why I was able to learn Morse code. Having a little bit of a hearing problem, code is kind of tough to for me to hear at times, with those tones, but I was able to use his cassette tapes to learn Morse code. Well, a while back, Bob had came in and did a few episodes on what was called the Pine Board Project. And what it is, it's a 5-watt AM transmitter. And you can set this up to run 40, 80, and 160 meters. And this is a project I want to do myself. Now, I've been in email contact with Bob now, off and on for a while. We've talked back and forth. And, he says, yeah, sure, go ahead. Now, Bob's stuff is copyrighted, so, we do have to be a little cautious on what we do. But he started out with the field strength meter, which gives you a meter for this radio or transmitter, and it's all made on pieces of pine board, and like the meter unit is on a piece of 6-inch by 6-inch pine board. And he shows the schematics and the layout on how everything is supposed to look. And he goes on and he goes into the power supply, and there's been several uses a 6x5 rectifier, but on this schematic he is showing a solid state rectifier. Now when you use a solid state rectifier, it's going to increase the voltage a little bit, and that takes the transmitter from just about 4 watts up over 5 watts. by going solid state. Now this is tube, and there is high voltages all over the board, and all this is exposed, and you know everyone's adults, so when we start this project you have to be careful. But you know, there's a picture of the transmitter, I mean the power supply, and there's several revisions of the power supply that come up. And then he started out with the mic preamp, but he has the whole layout, shows you just how it's put together, how to wire up the sockets. You know, a lot of information up here, and I'll leave all this down below for the links if you want to go and look at it. And then it goes into the transmitter, and the actual antenna coil that they are using is from MFJ or Ameritron, and it's one of the coils out of the amplifiers. Now this one is cut back to I think 41 turns, and this coil covers the 40 and 80 meter bands. And in one version they even used a full coil and a band switch and antenna relays. And he shows how, you know, you mounted the SO239s on the board, how to wire up all the sockets. And I think it would just be a real fun project to do. But there's all kinds of technical notes and videos and stuff that Bob has done up here, and he shows how to go from an L network to a Pi network on the transmitter, in case you wanted to go that route, you know. This project got so big that he was able to get Antique Electronic Supply to supply these, and I'll leave the link down below also for this. It's www.tubesandmore.com. But he has the kits, you know, the field strength meter kit, $7.40. The power supply kit's $89. The mic preamp kit is $32, and the transmitter kit is $51, and that gives you most of your main components. You still need to have your crystals, your coil, your boards that you're going to mount, wiring, this and that, you know, that you'll need to get and to assemble all this. And there's a couple of chokes you'll need to get that's not supplying the kits, and like I say, the coil. But you know, the basic, all the kit, all 4 pieces of the kit, only like $180. So that's not bad, you know, to be able to sit down and build a transmitter that you can actually talk AM on. So yeah, so that's just one of the projects that I'm looking at doing for 2019. Is I'm going to build the original pine board here on YouTube, and I'm looking at building an enclosed metal case unit also, with 3 bands, band switching, antenna relays, everything in it. And I'm probably going to be posting that on Patreon. So you know, when I get started on that, if you'd like to see it, you know, join us on Patreon, and you'll be able to follow along with that. Another project I'm thinking about is doing a regenerative receiver on one of the bands that will made up with this transmitter. So we'll just have to see how that goes. You know, I'm also looking at probably this coming year doing some upgrades to some of the equipment, you know, using for blogging. As you know, the camera, I would like to get a new camera. We'll have to look around. Was thinking about maybe probably something like the Canon HF G10 or something equivalent to that, you know. And plus I like to put in a mixer and some different microphones and so forth. A lot of stuff will be hooked to the computer, so we can go directly stream on the computer right on to do more live videos in the future. We'll just have to look and see how things go. You know, I think the rest of the day I'm gonna sit down and do some video recording on repair of this transmitter on this Kenwood 599 D, and see can I go ahead and get that finished up and get it working real good, because this unit is going there in the house shack, and we'll be using this in the house, and will probably become one of my daily drivers that we'll be using. So anyway, leave your comments down below. Like I say, I'll put some links down below to Pine Board Product, Ham Nation website, and Patreon. You know, so stay in tune. I see a lot of real good things coming for 2019. Hope everybody had a great 2018. I know I sure did, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you in the next year to come. So with that, I hope everyone has a happy new year, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.